What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going over Tesla once again. We want to go over the key levels before we get into our week's trading session tomorrow, 4 a.m. Of course, this could change a little bit, so we'll put out the daily report. We put out the daily report on Tesla each day between 9 and 9:30 a.m. Eastern time, so you guys have that before market opens. So be on the lookout for that tomorrow. But for those of you who are tuning in each week trying to find out what are the key levels I'm watching, we'll go over the 1-hour chart, then the 4-hour chart, daily time frame, weekly. The reason we have two daily time frames is because we have the same indicator with different settings set to each one of these. So we're going to get different results. So we'll go over that in a minute. But first, the 1-hour time frame. This is our day trading or quick trades or quicker trend type of moves. So if you're looking for those faster moves, of course, each smaller time frame will give you the faster move and heads up of what's happening. I like to trade Tesla myself, so I like the wider time frames as well. But if you're watching, the 1-hour time frame currently is showing a long trend, and that is our long trend signal down here. This is a bullish sentiment here. We can test that trend zone, but we need to stay above it. So we want to see that green, right? If we're starting to see red, that's bearish. Bullish is going to be the green area. So we want to see that. So we closed above. That's our signal. We tested the area. Great. This is what we're looking for. All of a sudden, we continued. We hit new highs. So for a day trader, that's a very attractive type of setup right there. Now, we need to stay above this. We'll see what happens going into Monday morning's session. But right now, we have support levels 316.37 and 313.91. The reason they're acting as support is because Tesla is currently trading above those levels. So if we're above, that's support. If we're below, that's resistance. Now, next time frame will be the 4-hour time frame. So the 1-hour time frame, bullish sentiment, right? So we're looking for possible long trades if you're trading off of that time frame. The 4-hour time frame with the long trend setting set on to the indicator. So if I double click on the indicator, you can see the longer trend setting right there. I hit OK. What we're looking at here is a short trend signal. Okay, we can test that area of value, but this cannot close above. If it does, that is now a reversal. At this time, 4-hour time frame is showing bearish sentiment. However, we have something going on here. We have the price is currently trading above this lower level or area of value. So 317.09, 317.70 was the final price on the 4-hour time frame for Tesla. So again, we'll see what happens in Monday morning's pre-market session. We'll see if we can gap up a little bit here. But regardless, we do have resistance on the 4-hour time frame all the way through 333. So we're expecting choppy price action, expecting that resistance until we close above that level. So the 4-hour time frame showing the short sentiment. So that is what we're looking at there. And we'll back out here. So long sentiment, short sentiment. So we're contradicting there a little bit. Let's take a look at these other time frames. The daily time frame with the quicker trend setting set on. So if I double click on this, quick trend setting there is on the indicator for the Pivot Pro. You can see we are in a short trend at this time. So we're looking for this to act as resistance. We did test that area, and we did not close above. We did not break through that area of resistance. And this was a nice entry for those looking for that retest of the area of value. So this was in our report on Friday, but this was a retest of that resistance. We rejected resistance, again, offering a nice put setup for anyone who's taking that. I'm sure they were in the money already on that trade. But for now, because this line and this line, this area of value is above the current price, the trading price there of 316, we know 317 was roughly where the closing price was in the post market. We know that this is going to act as resistance. So resistance on the daily time frame here, 319.02 and 330.27. Can mark that down. So that's resistance on the daily time frame. So even though we're looking for long trades on the 1-hour time frame, wider time frames, the 4-hour, the daily with a quicker trend setting are showing that bearish short trend type of sentiment. On the daily time frame here with the longer trend setting, it's a little bit confusing here at times, right? But just follow along with me. Longer trend setting on the Pivot Pro, hit OK. All right. We are now touching and testing resistance until we close above. Until we see this signal like this here, we are looking at this as a resistance area. And right now we have tested multiple times, again, offering those put setups for our short traders and working out for those who are taking contracts that are, of course, further out in the money. So time decay is not eating away. But regardless, Tesla, you can see this is in a short trend at this time. We are trading below the current resistance areas, this line and this line here, that's going to be 318.91 and 338.89, acting as resistance. We'll see what happens tomorrow, market open at 9:30. Now, so bullish, bearish, 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 right? All right, weekly time frame. This is my favorite time frame. It's going to, of course, give us those wider moves, those longer trend type of moves if you're looking for that. On this time frame, we're seeing resistance as well. This is our signal over here. We are retesting the area of value. We are now struggling to break through that. We'll see what happens here on Tesla, but right now we are testing resistance. As of now, these levels are going to be, let's see, and of course we have a pivot zone down here that we'll be testing if we continue to fade. But we have 314.42 is going to act as a support. So that's going to act as support. And the reason for it is because the price is around 317 in the post market. So 314.42 can act as a support level. So keep that in mind. That's support. And we have resistance up here, 368.77. So around 369, of course, you can round up. So Tesla weekly, we're showing some support, some resistance. We're in between. So it's really tough to trade Tesla knowing that we are in between a lot of these levels here. Now, what I do like is timeframes like this here where we just got that signal. This was the quicker trend setting on the daily time frame for Tesla. I like this setup, guys. This is something that I like to take sometimes. This is a signal here. I don't like to take the signal immediately. I like for the retest of our trend zone. So that would be a retest. So, you know, it worked out for anyone who took that trade already because we're closing here. Of course, if you didn't take it with, you know, your contracts too close for the expiration dates where time decay is eating away at that. If you took them a little further out, of course, you should be in the money on that type of trade. Now, we may gap down. We'll see what happens tomorrow. This is a setup that I like to see. I like to see the signal and then look for the pullback to the trend. So on each one of these time frames, doesn't matter what time frame it is, that's still the type of setup I'm looking for. So if I'm trading the 1 hour time frame, it's the same idea, right? If you zoom in here and you look at this 1 hour time frame, I'm looking for the signal. That was our signal there. If I'm looking for day trades or swing trades, just quick trades here, of course, I'm looking for the retest. There's your retest of the zone. That was a nice entry for anyone who got in. If you get in a position like that on this pullback and then all of a sudden it explodes in your direction, $15, it's going to be a lot on your contracts, especially if you have a shorter expiration date on that. So if you have more time decay yet less time for you to be in the money, this is going to be, of course, something that's really great for you. And of course, it could work out for commons as well. So, but regardless, doesn't matter what time frame I'm looking for. This is the setup. I'm looking for that signal. Then the retest needs to hold. This is my area of value. So it keeps it as a strict plan. But we can see some support levels here on the 1 hour time frame. And just look at each one of the time frames, guys. And if the price is trading above that level, then that level will act as a support level. If it's trading below that level, it will act as resistance. So previous resistance closed above will then become support. So hopefully it makes sense. But guys, if you have any questions, reach out in Discord. I'll see you in there. Hopefully we have a great week trading. I hope you have a great week. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.
Remember, trading isn't about being perfect. It's about being prepared. If you're serious about improving and want to learn directly from our live sessions, visit bullishboblive.com. We're live Monday to Friday, walking through setups, strategies, and everything in between. Thanks again for watching. Stay focused, stay sharp, and keep growing.